building, better say her name. Stepping in the light, she ain't playing no games. Heart so real and her soul so pure. If you want the truth, she the one you call for. Peanut walking home, get brighter. Energy loud, but her spirit even higher. She don't fake vibes, she don't chase no crowd. Standing 10 toes, she was born to be proud. People try to test her, but she don't fold. Pressure make diamonds, she already gold. She don't need permission just to be herself. She the type to lift you up when you doubt yourself. Ain't no stopping me. Heated on the rise, truth in her voice and the fire in her eyes. Real from the start, that's the way she grew. If you're looking for a lot, she ain't the one for you. Ain't no stopping me. Watch her break through, standing in her purpose like she always knew. If you're looking for a friend who won't speak the truth, Peanut isn't her, she's built for the proof. She don't run from the truth, she don't duck no smoke. I'm a friend, I'll always tell you the truth. Try to dig up dirt, she already spoke. She the queen of transparency, that's not a cloak. She don't do drama, she don't do pretend. She'll tell you what's real, even if it don't blend. Loyal to the core and her heart don't bend. If she rock what you want, she'll rock to the end. Ain't no stopping me. Peanut on the rise, truth in her voice and the fire in her eyes. Real from the start, that's the way she grew. If you're looking for a lot, she ain't the one for you. Ain't no stopping me. Watch her break through, standing in her purpose like she always knew. If you're looking for a friend who won't speak the truth, Peanut isn't her, she's built for the proof. Stand tall, speak truth, that's the Peanut way. Shining every moment, every night, every day. If you want real love, she gon' pour it in you. But if you want fake, she ain't that woman, never been her. Ain't no stopping me.
All right. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Peace, love, and joy to you and yours. Um, I'm a procrastinator, so I still ain't set up that laptop. I still have not set up my laptop. So my apologies, my apologies, my apologies. Hopefully I'm gonna get there tomorrow or maybe Monday, but I still have not set up that laptop. There's been a lot going on, and the least of my worries have been that laptop, especially since I learned how to go live from this phone. Y'all know I'm gonna come through with the laugh, but let me say good evening to everyone that's in the chat. Thank you so much for joining. Um, and I definitely have a mod stick to give out, but I ain't set up that laptop. So I got you, sis. I seen you already before I scrolled up. Hey, Miss Vanessa. Thank you so much for joining, Miss Vanessa. Hey, Miss Sean B. I'm gonna need you to change your name. And I ain't want to do it on your platform because I was over there. But you a whole Mrs. You ain't no MS. You got a R in between the M and the S. Let's see. Lady Mysterious, thank you so much for joining. Miss Gretchen. AKD. Uh, I'm just gonna call you AK because you a whole firecracker over there. Yeah, I've been watching you. Yeah, you a whole firecracker. You gonna be Miss AK. I give y'all nicknames over here. So enjoy and laugh and do all of that with me. And my sis, oh, Mrs. Gretchen, thank you so much for gracing me with your presence. My sis KP is in the building. Yeah, so that's what it is. That is what it is right now. I don't think I have any mods in here right now. Um, but a lot of the individuals that I mentioned actually have platforms of their own. And I'm sorry, I'm already upset. So I'm not going to be able to talk until I calm down. But a lot of the individuals that I mentioned actually have platforms of their own. You have my sis KP, Co-Peace TV. She has a platform, as well as Miss Sean B. I don't know why I keep saying Sean over here because she's not already cussing me out for saying that. Miss Sean B actually has a platform of her own. With that being said, You know, you got the fancy folks over there that like sharing their screens. I'm not there yet because I'm still new over here on the YouTube streets. And in terms of being a content creator, I'll say it that way. Um, how I operate over here is I request for at least 10 to 20 minutes of your time before I drop the link and accept the open panel. I'm all for open panel. With that being said, I'm going to start here for the content creators. Y'all are getting a lot of trolls in y'all accounts, on y'all pages. Y'all are starting to get a lot of trolls on your pages. And when you start receiving them, they're already streaming your lives. So when I come into your space, the way that I come in is because your live is being streamed. So I'm either gonna come in 38 hot, or I'm gonna come in calm and I'm gonna slow walk your people in your chat and their people too, because they're streaming you and they want the reaction out of you when they get in your chat. Cause I got fussed out well, I ain't got fussed out yet, but I know it's coming. Cause I just start blocking folks just for you to stay focused. And I need you to do that. I need you to continue to stay in focus because they are streaming you and they want to do what they call chimping out. They making up words over there. They like, so I need you guys to stay focused in terms of that. Let's see. Uh hey EJ. I don't even know if you Lord Jesus, this is why I need to set up that computer. But yes, so when I come in like that, they're literally streaming your lives. Because I was on a live last night and the Joker was literally streaming. And when I told him he was streaming, he chuckled and he didn't stay up there long. So start being more careful when you start responding to comments, because even though as moderators we may remove it, you're still able to see it. So this whole thing, choose words wisely. I was on my sis panel early today. We already started speaking in terms of folks that's actually out here getting fired right now. Choose your words wisely is what I need people to do. Cause I'm just like, I don't know why they don't, I don't know. I guess cause they know I be cussing folks out. They don't, them racist folks don't come over here. Cause I'm gonna cuss you out. I'm gonna cuss you out. And I had to practice my own words with choosing my words wisely, because I'm gonna cuss you out. I am. And you can call me crazy. You can say I don't give a fuck. I prefer the terminology of she just don't give a fuck. Because that's me. I don't. I really don't. I do not give a fuck. And the way that I'm raising my children in the suburbs of sundown towns and the type of county that we live in, I'm raising my children to go out here and know better. I'm not moving out here thinking that the current climate has changed. It hasn't. And a lot of people are starting to move into these country suburbs because the housing is cheaper and you thinking it's a fresh start and you don't have to carry that same mentality with you. You most certainly still do. And I'm speaking to my Black community. You still have to carry that same mentality. There are no passes. The same way you will raise your children in the city is the same way you need to raise your children when you go out into the country. Because if anything, the country is going to do your children worse than the city. Suburb life is not for the weak. It is literally not for the weak, especially these small towns. Like I didn't have this conversation with a lot of the people that have been here with me for this past year of me speaking on my channel. You guys have been there with me through everything in terms of the Klan still being in my county and having marches yearly. It's about time for them to start marching again. And the county and the city police are going to protect them. So when I spoke on this case specifically, when I said I judge the parents, that's what I mean. Because you should have known better. And that's the only thing that I'm judging on. As far as everything else, he was completely railroaded on. I mean, at this point, we all share the same subscribers. So everybody has already seen the information that was put out there. And I'm just going to speak on things that I know to be true and factual. And I just want to cry. Every time I think about this case, I can't even smoke my cigarette. Every time I speak on this case, I just want to cry. From the beginning to the end, I just want to cry. And if you are not in that space, no matter what side you're on, if you have not shed tears, you are not human. In terms of my community, because I am Black, so I am going to speak for my community. We have never made this a racial situation. The other side did. That other side did. We have never made it a racial issue whatsoever. A lot of the times what we do is you see a mass shooter, and I don't know if a lot of y'all follow the news like I do, because this is what I really do on my free time. I just drop my head and I take a deep pause and I just be like, oh my God, I hope they're not Black. I say, oh my God, I hope they're not Black. A school shooting happens, oh my God, I hope they're not Black. Oh my God, I hope they're not Black. And if it comes out that they are, we all hang our heads in shame and disappointment. That's what we do. So when this case came out, we didn't make it about race. We were actually saddened and heartbroken because deep down, we knew what y'all were going to do. We knew what y'all was going to do. But you'll have the hopefuls like me that was just like, okay, let me see how this is going to play out. Especially looking at the demographics of that particular county. I just got a text message. My apologies. I'm about to cuss y'all out for my text message. Uh, Let me refocus and realign. So, looking at the demographics of that county, we all knew how everything was going to operate. But you'll have hopefuls like me that will come and be like, maybe we have progressed. Maybe we have progressed. Take MAGA and all them other jokers out of the system. Maybe we have progressed. Maybe. Let me. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna see how it plays out. I'll be damned if I ain't have egg on my face. I'll be damned if I did not have egg on my face. You had the family being told to hire a white attorney. That was the only way their son was going to get off is if they hired a white attorney. I still want to know who the hell told him that and why did they believe it? I still want to know that. I need to put my hair in a ponytail because I'm getting annoyed. I still want to know who told them to hire a white attorney because maybe I'm so used to this country majority white suburb area that I don't understand new folks that's coming in. I really maybe that's what it is. Because I grew up in the hood. I grew up in Section 8 housing. And then my family, my mother got married and we got out of Section 8, we got out the hood, and we came to the suburb. And we came into the suburbs in Harnett County. So I remember bits and pieces of living in Fayetteville, but I'm from Harnett County. So I got the best of both worlds. I know how Fayetteville operates, which is the hood. Like they don't play over there. And I know how Harnett County operates. My children, unfortunately, do not know that mentality. So I have to teach them that mentality at home. I have to remind them that they're still Black when they leave my household. I don't care how nice of a house you live in. When you walk out, not only are you still Black, but you represent me. And what you're not going to do is go out here and act crazy and disrespect me and my name because you're going to have to see me when you get back to this house. Because I'm going to get phone calls. Hope Mills, oh, I've probably seen you before. Because that's right around the corner. With that being said, I am highly disgusted with that other side. I really am. I am highly disgusted with how you railroaded this young man. I have people in my inbox daily, and my apologies to those that are in my inbox, and I come off very short with you and very direct with you because I still have a job to go to at the end of the day. I still work. What I do with the court cases on my personal time is just that. That's my personal time, but I still clock in and hit somebody's button to go to work. And I'm still a mom as well. So when you guys are asking me to look up your court cases, I'm literally doing that after I get off work or when I'm not on the clock that day because I'm off. And I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say that. In terms of this case personally and the racial division, I'm not shocked. We've seen it time and time again. I click my button tonight for my Black community. It's not to address these racist folks. We know they're gonna do what they do. We know the father is going to get out here on these racial platforms and continue to spread his hate. He's going to continue doing that. The father of the deceased, he's going to continuously do that. The mother is going to be silent and she's going to grieve in peace, as she should, because that baby came from her. In terms of Karmelo, you just got to pray. You just have to pray. He is not going to be released within 2 years. If he is even able to get an appeal within 2 years. But as a Black community, where do we go moving forward instead of allowing these jokers to continuously agitate us? Because they're going to keep, it's not going to stop. That's the current climate right now. And I don't need another court case to review. And I don't even do viral cases. So everybody that knows me personally know this is not normal for me at all. I still have to give my final thoughts on the Ramika case and another case that's similar. So that way, at some point, we learn from mistakes. I don't know. I just, I had a whole plan of how I wanted this to go. And I had a whole doggone freaking timeline and everything else that I wrote out on this notepad. But then I pushed the notepad to the side. This case is hurting. It's hurting me. And you're going to be railroaded in the court system. You are. And to be honest with you, I'm going to drop the link in a minute. To be honest with you, like literally, I was speaking to someone, I want to say probably about 2 or 3 days ago. I was speaking to someone that was in my inbox, and I was giving them attorneys on who to call in terms of Harnett County. And the sad part is, I couldn't come up with one Black attorney. I gave them two names, one on the low end of perspective on how much it's going to cost them, and one on the high end. Both of them are white. I couldn't come up with one Black attorney. Where y'all at? And why did y'all come out afterwards? Because a lot of y'all in surrounding counties travel. Cumberland County ain't that far from Harnett County. Hope County ain't that far from Harnett County. Wake County ain't that far from Harnett County. One of the attorneys that I recommended actually live in Wake County. And Wake County is not even 30 minutes away. But a lot of y'all Black attorneys will not mess with cases in Harnett County. That's the same thing this family going through. But now y'all want to show up. I'm highly disappointed. Highly disappointed. Because y'all let this family go through everything that they went through when it could have been avoided if y'all stood up instead of being afraid. I don't know what Collin County got on folks, but y'all could have been stood up. Because y'all standing up now. What you standing up for now? That means you could have done it before. This case has been viral for a year straight. It has never not been in the news media because that county has been focusing on this upcoming trial for 6 to 8 months. Remember, the Erder, because I can't say the M word, the Erder happened April the 2nd of last year. And they've been doggone freaking focusing and planning this trial for 6 to 8 months already. The trial happened in less than 50 days. It was concluded. Not 50 days, my apologies. In less than 5 days, the trial was concluded. It took 3 hours for an all white jury to give out a verdict. It took 2 hours for them to decide that he got 35 years. You cannot tell me that that was not them being petty. Trial ending in 5 days, 3 hours to find you guilty of first degree, and then 2 hours to sentence you to 35 years. If you follow me on Facebook, you already knew I was saying this was going to happen. Then you got them folks out there mocking that he was taking doggone boxing classes and stuff like that, talking about he getting ready for prison and things like that. Okay, yes, he was taking boxing classes. Them jokers was taking kickbox classes and everything else. Why are y'all clocking everything that this young man does? I just I cannot with this case. It's heartbreaking. It's completely heartbreaking. Choose your attorneys wisely. Teach your children how to de-escalate because that's what you have to do. And a lot of times we're focusing on why didn't he just that's because that's what them folks are saying. Why didn't he just leave? He shouldn't have to leave. He should not have had to leave. What everybody should have done was go get an adult. Send your kids out here, let them know that they are still children. Let them know that they still children. Maybe we should all send our children to school and take away their goddamn cell phones because all of them picked up a cell phone to record shit instead of going to go get an adult. The same way we used to walk out the house and run out the house when we heard the ice cream truck, that's how them jokers is doing with their cell phones right now. And this whole county covered everything up. Because you cannot tell me all them little badass kids did not pull out their phone and record why that young man was getting bullied. It's on video. Because there's two videos circulating. There's the school video, and then the county video, the school district video, and then there is the video from the police department that they recorded. That's the grainy video because they recorded it with a cell phone device. And out of everyone that requested to view that video, only one person requested to see the video of its full context because everybody else was rushing just to see what happened because you're so impatient. We have to work on our patience. I'm one of them. I have short patience. So I'm speaking to myself as well. Because only one person seen that video in full context and described everything that occurred that day. And it was a video posted on Facebook right after it happened, but for some reason you won't find it again. Just like certain things you Google with our president, you won't find anymore. So yes, it can be done. And I have not been looking at the chat. So good evening to everyone that's coming in. Mods, do your job, please. Well, God dang it, I don't mean to say it like that because that was just rude as hell. Mods, can you please monitor the chat to make sure I don't have trolls coming in? The video itself was very disturbing in terms of how it was described, and it did not equate to first degree. Not only did it not equate to first degree, you literally had his defense attorney that did not put up a single defense. He didn't object to anything, and he did not offer any expert witnesses, even though the family paid for it. The family paid for that. I can't mod you up right now, KP. I don't even know what made me look down at the phone right now. I can't mod you up. I don't know how to do it from my phone. I'm gonna have to do it after the live is over with. Uh, Let me see. Can I do it? No, I can't do it. I don't know how to do it from here. Yep. I'm about to get fussed out again for not sitting up that computer. Y'all gonna stop bullying me. I'm gonna do it. I promise. I promise I'm gonna do it. Um, but the family paid for expert witnesses. They paid for experts. The attorney, please stop going with the narrative that the family had a, what is it called? Um, I done lost track of thought now. Please stop going with the narrative that the family had a court-appointed attorney. They did not have a court-appointed attorney. This family paid that attorney very well. And if you have been in the justice system, you know how much one felony would cost you. So imagine how much it's going to cost you for it to be a first degree charge. I'm going to say, I'm going to throw out a number out there. The family paid that joker at least 20K. At least, if not more. That was a paid attorney. And they paid for expert witnesses that never showed up. It was actually, according to the family spokesperson, the defense was supposed to have at least 27 witnesses, and he only called 6. And not only did the attorney do that, once the trial started, he stopped communicating with the family and said Karmelo is grown. This young man was railroaded. I've sat back, I watched, I researched, I've done all of that. And I'm only speaking up after it concluded because I wanted to see how it was going to play out. And they set this young man up. They did. 35 years is too much time. First degree is not what he should have been charged with. Regardless on what is listed on the books in Texas, that's not what happened. You literally have people coming forward, cheerleaders and everything else, on how horrible of individuals those twins were. You literally see the father out here acting and losing his rabbit ass mind. And I'm still gonna call his church in the morning. I'm calling that motherfucker's church in the morning. I'm calling his motherfucking church because I want to see, do they stand behind? And I'm gonna find that damn number. I don't care. I ain't emailing shit. Fuck your email. I'm calling your motherfucking church. And don't be surprised if I don't pull up to that motherfucking church because I literally want to hear this pastor tell me that he is okay with how this father attacked not only the parents who had nothing to do with that situation, but then he attacked the black community as much as he did when you have when you have black people in your church. I know because I seen Dad posted that his son was playing kickball with black people at camp regarding that church. Yeah, I've been to the Dad page. Now I gotta calm myself down again. So yeah, Pastor, are you okay with how the dad responded on that racist jokers platform? I got questions. The fuck you think you playing with? Oh, okay. Hey thyself. Go to jail? Oh, okay. That's cute. That is very cute. Go to jail. Um, how about you lick my motherfucking clitoris, bitch? Or is that too much of a good time for you because you ain't licked one today? Where the fuck y'all come from? Because I don't be having this much traction on my page. So one of y'all motherfuckers is streaming my shit right now. And where y'all come from? And why do y'all keep coming into spaces that didn't call or ask for you? We don't do that. We don't do that. So who mammy then spat you out their mouth that you thought that you can grow seeds over here? Somebody get this motherfucker out my chat. You know what? Where my mom's at? Mental health check? Bitch, I'm about to cut your ass out. Bitch, you gone. How about that mental health check? How about that? Bitch. Who the fuck you think you playing with, motherfucker? That's the thing I'm talking about. Y'all ain't got no respect. None. You the type of motherfucker that probably would have yanked damn Carmelos up by his doggone freaking hoodie, just like Austin did. And look at where the fuck his ass at now. Mind your motherfucking business, bitch. And I was over here being nice. I was over here being nice, minding my damn business. And here you come over here trying to start shit and be reckless as fuck, trying to get a reaction out of motherfuckers. But you call us reckless. You ain't even have to do that, you fucking troll. I am on vertical. Yes, bro. I'm on vertical as well. I am on vertical as well. And I don't know where he came from, but he came over here and he fucked around and found out, and now his ass is banned. Because I thought y'all said if I ain't showing shit, they not gonna click on my vertical, which is why I went vertical. And here come a troll in my chat after I just said I was doing good. I don't have trolls. I ain't going vertical no more. I ain't listening to y'all no more. I'm gonna stay horizontal, doggone it. Let me drop this link in case anybody want to join before I finish. Cause now I done lost my damn train of thought. Little punk ass motherfucker. Damn it. I wasn't even trying to cuss tonight. I was trying to be all prim and proper. God dang. Damn. Punk ass bitch. Hey, Miss Gretchen, I'm so sorry for cussing. I don't like cussing in front of my elders. Motherfucker. Mm, bitch ass. You said no motherfucker. Okay, well he a bitch ass. How about that? Since I can't say motherfucker, you a bitch ass. Stay out my chat. Damn it, I can't even say motherfucker. Stay out my chat, motherfucker. Sick of y'all. Like we trying to have a whole productive conversation. Here y'all go, trying to be invaders and shit. Who you want to be a dark knight to? A white knight to? whatever the fuck y'all want to call yourselves that come and try to be Captain Saber hoes out here. Mind your business and keep your hands off people so we ain't got to be having this conversation. Because if folks would have kept their hands to themselves and if folks would have went and got adults, we would not be here if those two things occurred. We wouldn't even be talking right now if the father prayed like he said he liked to do versus getting on the internet and being racist as fuck. Turkey neck motherfucker. You want to give out goddamn names and shit. Gobble gobble, bitch. Then disrespected. You disrespecting all kinds of black folks. Why? You raised just as you raised by yourself, you raised almost $700,000 on a GoFundMe. But you mad because Carmelo Anthony's family raised just as much? You and your wife had separate GoFundMe accounts. And you raised more than her because your mouth is reckless as fuck and more people donated to you. That family ain't have to say nothing. Talking about freaking separate households and baby mamas and baby daddies and shit. When your ass ain't even in a household that your kids was being raised in. Where was you at? Where are you at now? Who taking care of you? Gobble gobble neck. Cause you ain't got no job. Thinking that you okay because you done doggone because the wife that you just so happened to marry dropped two eggs at one time. You think you okay because she dropped two eggs at one time? And you got two kids for the price of one? No, Peanut, what I do? What I do? What I say? What I say? Okay, Peanut about to calm down. Because all I seen was no Peanut. Okay. Yes, all right. We gonna go back to the case. We're gonna go back to the case. We're gonna go back to the case. So the merits of the case. Thank you, thank you, thank you, bro. We're gonna go back to the merits. The merits of this case, I'm still gonna cuss that daddy out. I'm just gonna say it for the end then. Because his video pissed me off. His video pissed me off. The merits of this case is the family did not get what they paid for. The family did not get what they paid for. They paid for a defense attorney and they paid for expert witnesses, and none of that was given. None of that was given, none of that was received. And they should have called the brother, the surviving twin. They should have called him like he said he was going to call him. He said he was going to call him. That's what he said. That's what he told the parents. And he should have called him. He had no plans of calling him because he was in the courtroom for the first couple of days. And when they started speaking on how big those boys were in terms of height and size, he didn't come back to court anymore. Let's speak on what the medical examiner, why the medical examiner was never called up. Was one ever called up? Please enlighten me. If the medical examiner was called up, why did they not speak in terms of the ankle of that knife and how it penetrated? If a medical examiner was called up, why did they not speak in terms of what was in his blood content? Because the autopsy is floating around right now. And the autopsy I seen said fentanyl was on it. That didn't come from the knife. Let's speak in terms of why the cheerleaders' emails to several coaches and staff at that school were never acknowledged about how them boys were bullying them, calling them all kinds of fat bitches and everything else, all because they went and spoke to another team. Why were they never called? The attorney had the information for a year. The emails were already shown. Let's speak in terms of why everyone is now requesting information regarding this case in terms of the Freedom of Information Act, and they're being told no, they're not getting anything because the Attorney General has spoken. So now I'm about to pull up the Attorney General and his voting history and everything that he stands for. Because who are you to deny public information? And what is your reason and your justification for doing so? I got questions. I got questions. I got a whole lot of questions for the attorney, but I'm pretty sure he probably didn't change his telephone number by now. And he ain't taking no questions because he won't even talk to the family because he said Carmelo is grown. And if anybody got any questions about how he handled this case, they can tell Carmelo to call him. After he took all the money out the account and closed the bank account. And I also need you guys to stop saying that the family bought a car with that money. That money was not used to buy a car. All those vehicles were had prior to this case. Her husband gifted her that car. She was a stay-at-home mom. That house was before this case that y'all had circulating. He made sure he took care of his wife. He gave her a good life. That Cadillac was given to her in 2023. I think it was on her birthday. It's still public on her Facebook. Let me look at these comments. Make sure I ain't going too far because EJ gonna keep me in check. EJ is not playing. Hey, we beat you. Hey, Buttercup. Um, but they might want to stay where they at, Mrs. Gretchen. They might want to stay where they at because I'm gonna cuss them out. Thank you, EJ, for that. And so it's so many things that was done wrong in this case that an appeal should be easy. And I say should be because it's still Texas. It should be easy. And even though me and the NCB don't get along very well, those on my Facebook already know. They probably check once I mention his name. We don't get along at all. I don't like his ass. Because he messy as fuck. Don't like him. He gets stories wrong. And when he does, he don't try to correct it. And he block you and just start cussing and you don't have a chance to respond back. I don't like motherfuckers that do that. However, he is right about this particular situation. My sound is glitching. StreamYard has been acting crazy all week. I'm sick of it. Check my audio. What in the world? Is it better? Who reported my live? Because my mic is moving. Please let me know if I'm coming in clear now. I'm going in and out. Jesus, I ain't got time. I'm about to get annoyed. Not clear. I don't even know how to exit out and come back in. Let me see. Okay, is that better? Where y'all come from? Hey, Miss B Sexy. Is my sound better? Okay, thank you, Spec. Where you come from? Let me drink some water. Oh my God. Because my throat was getting dry. Let's see. Um, I done forgot what I was saying now. God, Lee. Hello, Miss Barbara. Please go over to vertical. Please go over to the vertical. Somebody please go over there to the vertical. Um, EJ, why are you not showing up on a mob as a mob on my end? I can't even fix it until after the live is over with because I got a mod KP up. Um, but this case has been very troubling. I don't even know where I finished off at. Um, but I'm just gonna jump into the next topic that I have to discuss regarding this case. I have never in my life seen someone be transported so fastly and so swiftly. I literally know people that are still waiting for a bed in terms of transportation to classifications. So there's so many steps that you have to go through. Okay, the autopsy. Um, the autopsy has already been released on social media. I should have took a screenshot of it. Um, okay, EJ, thank you so much, sweetheart. The autopsy has been released and that's being discussed. And how I know and how I believe it's factual is the other side isn't trying to justify it or call it a lie because it got fentanyl on that autopsy. It sure do. So, um, In terms of how he's being treated now, typically those that are not familiar with how the prison system works, once you're convicted, you are immediately taken into custody if you have been sentenced to a certain amount of time. If you have been sentenced to a certain amount of time, you are immediately taken into custody. With that being said, typically you are housed at your local county jail or the county jail that the crime has been committed in. Um, you're usually housed there for probably about 2 weeks, give or take. And then you go to classification. Now, there's several prisons out there that handle classification, but you literally go there, they get all your information, your medical records, they do blood work, they check you for STDs, they look at your, um, what else do they look at? They look at your threat risk in terms of, are you minimum, lower, are you high class threat? They look at that. They look at gang activity. They look at all that stuff. And then they also look at your sentence. For an murder charge, typically you would go straight to maximum security prison for the majority of your time. And then they'll downgrade you eventually to minimum. But initially, you would immediately go to maximum security. This whole process before you get assigned a prison, before you get signed to a prison, is literally almost a 90-day process. Anywhere between 60 to 90 days, that's how long it takes for you to be assigned a prison. That's in terms of waiting for a bed to be cleared, whatever the case may be. That's literally a 60 to 90-day process. They moved Carmelo to a prison within 24 hours. And I was live the other night and I was just like, why would they shave his head already? Is that something he did? Like, is he acting out? Is he depressed? What is going on? No, that's a DOC photo. DOC is Department of Corrections. They moved him that same, they moved him within 24 hours to Department of Corrections. That's not normal. They were trying to move him to the Huntsville prison, which is also the deceased family member's cousin. Once the family found out, they stopped it, and he's not at the Huntsville institution. But he has already been receiving death threats. They've been posting it online about Aryan Nation. Let me calm down. Let me calm down and look at some of this chat. Um, Thank you so much, EJ. I definitely appreciate you. The toxicology report was definitely posted online. It definitely was, as well as the autopsy report, which was not spoken on in terms of trial, because if they would have mentioned it, they would have mentioned the angle that the knife went into, and it would have proved that Austin literally yanked that young man up, yanked that, because they're both children, so I can't even say that. You will see a child yank another child up by the hoodie, and because it was such a swift motion, it literally was his own body weight that did the work in terms of the knife going in. It literally was his own body. It was his own body weight. And that's why they didn't speak on it. And I literally told everybody, I said it on KP's live because KP was live earlier this week and someone was like, will this case eventually be shown later on? No, they're not going to show it. They're going to make sure that this case is silent. They don't want you to know anything. You literally have people doing freedom of information requests, which is of your legal right to do so. And that was a public trial, even though he didn't show it to the media. Anybody can request information regarding that case. But they're already telling everyone, no, you're not getting the information. People are still receiving emails today. I think it started yesterday that you're not getting information regarding this case. Oh, Lord Jesus. I'm trying to think of anything else that I want to discuss. I think that's pretty much about it. Oh, I do want to address the new crowdfunding that the father created yesterday. The father yesterday morning, either yesterday morning or the night before, created or found another website to go through. That was not those two previous sites that they were kicked off of. He found another one to try to do crowdfunding, and he was able to get to, I think, seven. It was either 6 or 7,000 he was able to get to before they shut it down. It was only up there for a few hours after he posted. And by the time I looked at it, because I was getting ready to donate to it, me and KP spoke about this earlier. I was wondering why his goal was 1 million. I'm like, come on now, dude. $1 million? You're doing a little bit too much now. But she broke down everything and I was okay, I can see that. Um, but within a couple of hours, it was reported and the family received the email stating that they shut the account down and everybody's going to be refunded their money. So if you donated to the account, you will be refunded your money. I don't even know what else to say. I don't even know what else to say because I'm trying to fight back tears right now. I don't even know what to say. This right here is why I don't cover viral cases. Mm. Sweet multicolored baby Jesus be a fence. I'm gonna drop this link one more time. If you have any questions for me, I'm gonna be looking down at the chat. Um, matter of fact, let me not do that because it probably gave me another link. Um, let's see. I'm gonna try to do it again just in case it gave me another one. If anybody has any questions for me, if you're willing to come up, that would be okay as well. I know a lot of the information is repeated information. Um, due to me speaking earlier pertaining to it. No, they don't want the family to raise anything. They do not want the family to raise anything. Oh, this is one thing I want to address before um I gotta delete my trolling pictures from, from my phone. I'm sorry. Because I'm starting to look at some of these pictures and I'm like, ooh, I was trolling hard. Um They don't want the family to raise anything. They just want the family to suffer. So I did send this to a couple of content creators earlier. Let me see if I made that into the right selection. I think so. Overlay. Okay, yes. So this, mm, okay. I had to forget. I forgot I was on vertical and horizontal. Um, this is jewelry pool makeup. That's the jewelry pool makeup. While everyone's saying that, and my apologies to everyone because I kept saying it's not an all white jury. I have to remember that a lot of the demographics, in terms of race, a lot of them list themselves as white. Asians list themselves as white. Hispanics list themselves as white. Some Indians list themselves as white. So that is why everyone is saying it was an all white jury. And a lot of them still don't like black people. So, I mean, it is what it is. So being that, let me see. Yes, please keep Carmelo and his family's name, and his family in your prayers. And keep the other side in your in your prayers as well. Just leave the daddy out of it with his punk ass. Just pray for the mama, but fuck that daddy. Let me get off this damn phone. Let me get off this phone. Who the hell clicked it? Cause God dang it, it better not be my bro. I don't even know if I want to look at who clicked my button. This joker right here.
What you say?
Good evening, good evening, good evening. How are you? I ain't say nothing.
What's up, gang?
Good evening, bro. How are you and sis doing?
Oh, I'm pretty good. We pretty good. Same soup, same soup, just reheated. I wanted to say something real quick. I left it in the comment section. For those that don't know, I've been incarcerated before, so um, I know when he was in court, his hair was cut short, but it wasn't all the way to a buzz cut. So I
Hmm.
don't know if psychologically he's going through something mental because they do give you,
No,
uh,
bro. They transported him.
right. I know that part, but I'm saying, as far as like, it could be a cycle. They give you a razor blade. Each prison is different. But I learned with me being down, and pretty much everybody thinks that prisons are the same, and they're populated with mixture of people. Well, that's not true. So when I look at when I look at Carmelo, now it's a prison that they sent him. I saw an update, which the prison was kind of close to where he actually was sentenced. I don't know much about that prison. Haven't had a chance to do my research because of work at this moment, but I'm going to research it. But certain prisons are more populated with white people. You got certain prisons that have more white inmates. You got certain prisons that have mixture of inmates. Then you got certain prisons that are majority black. So we don't know what type of prison that they sent him to. Huntsville Penitentiary is a majority black prison. So he would be, more or less taken in by black people with this being such a high impact case. So it's going to be a lot more brothers that will embrace him and probably put them under their wing and take care of the brother until he gets a gets an appeal. But when they send him, so that's what we got to worry about because when they send you to some prisons that are majority white, they might get at him. So
I think they.
that's the thing that could bring tears to people's eyes because a lot of people don't know the prison system. He can go to a prison that only got a handful of blacks and it's majority of Aryans in there, and so he's most likely to get attacked. He might get jumped. He might get beat up because that prison is going to be majority of Aryans. And there's different type of Aryan branches. So it's a whole bunch of different kind of Aryans. It's not just Aryans. They got different white gangs in prison, and some of them fight with each other. Some of them are cool with each other. Same way that which goes on in black gangs. White gangs are the same when you go to prison. So they may have sent him, and I have to do my research, to a prison that is majority white, and the security might not be good. They catch him, they might beat him up. He might take a couple beat downs. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, before they ship him. So I just wanted to say that, to put that out there a little bit, because he could go to a majority white prison, and then he's more likely to be wide open to be attacked, more or less, than Huntsville Penitentiary.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I,
a lot of
and
people don't know that.
I forgot which I forgot the prison.
Yeah,
I,
but it's populated with 1,700. I saw that part. I didn't get the
that's
name.
that's the Huntsville prison, but I forgot where he was going. I don't even think I
Yeah,
took a screenshot because
Huntsville is going to be populated more. The prison that he is in, they said the population in there was 17 to 1,500 people in that prison. That's a small prison, whatever that prison is. The building is brown. I know that it's brown with a tan with a brown top. I saw that much on. I forgot what I watched it on this morning, but I think it was Law and Crime. It was on Law and Crime this morning on the penitentiary that they sent him to. Um, but that's what I was saying. That one is a small prison. That's why I said, "Ooh, this might be something to worry about," because most prisons are populated. Big prisons are populated with like 3,500 people in a prison, and that's a pretty big prison when it has like 3,500. So
Mhm.
remind you guys, like Peanut said, she was dead point on when she said how the whole process is when you cut your hair. They make sure you ain't got lice in your hair. Psychologically, he could have had a problem, had a razor blade, and he was just thinking, and he could have cut his hair even more down. He didn't know what was going on. And then Texas prisons are very, very bad, when it comes to that, when it comes to Aryans and how they actually work the prisoners, in those prisons. So Texas, they wear white. Most of the other prisons, they wear tan. But Texas, they put you on the chain gang. Um, they have you doing all type of different stuff to make money for your commissary. Um, but yeah, gang. So we need to worry about that. They did move him pretty fast. It did happen to me. When I got sentenced, um, the same day I got sentenced, the next day they sent me to prison. So it's not common. I mean, it's common, but not common. When I was fighting my case, I saw brothers like you said that was actually down for 2 or 3 months before they got a bed. But when I went and got sentenced, they shot me straight to prison like they did him. The next day, I was on the Blue Goose and I was headed to prison, and they cut my hair. So we don't know if that picture is after he went to prison or before, because that's Negro here or there. So that could be anything, because he could have been already shipped to prison, and then they cut that his hair, and then that's the picture we got. Or he could have
that
did it before,
no,
and
that's the
then
DOC photo.
okay, what if this DOC? Then they shipped him the next day, and then they send you on a bus, and that day you don't get to go. The first month when you go to prison, that first month they're doing exactly what you said. You hit it point on. They're cutting your hair. They're checking to see if you have any venereal diseases and everything like that. They're classing you. They're figuring out what prison they want to send you to, which they sent him to a prison that is closer to his house, because when he has visitations, it's closer to his family to get to there, so they don't have to take a long trip. So with that being said, um, um, so with this situation, it's a small prison, and it did happen to me. They will send you. So what I'm guessing is they sent him on the Blue Goose or whatever bus they call, and they sent him. He got processed. They cut his hair, and then that's the picture they got. So they possibly cut his hair. So I don't think he's in prison now, and he's gonna stay in a facility for 1 whole month. That's how Indiana had worked. So you would stay in a place for 1 month, uh, 23-hour lockdown, and then that's when they process you to the prison that they're sending you to. So this is kind of weird, because okay, he's already sent straight to the prison he's going to. which is a low prison, which it only has a population of 1,500. So I'm still
So
guessing on that.
this isn't an intake prison.
What do you mean by intake prison?
He's not being classified. He went straight to the prison that he's going to be assigned to. It's not a classification. Because in
Okay, well then
oh,
that's
okay,
different.
so
So he
yeah,
went.
that's what no, that's what I'm asking. No, I'm asking, bro, because in North Carolina, what we do here is we send you to a prison that classifies you. It's classifications, and then you
Right.
go to your permanent location. So, are you saying that where he's at now is not it's a permanent location? It's not classification? Because I haven't looked up the prison yet. Oh, he went out. Doggone it. Hey, Miss Liz, that is the prison that he was supposed to go to, but he was not assigned to that prison. Um, I was hoping to get more questions from Bro, but it seems like he went out. Yeah, he's out. So I guess what I have to do is I just have to research this prison because that is one thing I haven't done because this case has taken me through there. As you guys see, I can barely even talk because I just got upset all over again. Um, so I have to look into that prison. I'm not familiar with Texas law. I'm not familiar with Texas prison. I'm only familiar with North Carolina. So if this was North Carolina, this would be so easy for me to walk the family through, but it's not. So I don't even, oh, sweet multicolored baby Jesus be offense. I don't even know. I really don't. Um, Let me see. I'm gonna drop the link one more time in case he comes back in. So I guess what we have to do, I know that I seen a comment when I was looking down as he was speaking. Okay, he came back. Um, Add to stage. There we go.
Uh,
Hey, bro.
hey sis. Well, I'm
I
like
can't
you.
hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
I see your mic moving, but I can't hear you.
Oh well, it says that
Is
I'm.
it just me? Can
Uh,
someone in the chat let me know who you can hear? Anybody,
Mike
please?
check. Can you hear me,
Can you
Peanut?
hear me? Can you hear him? You hear both? Okay. Well, bro, hold it down, and
Okay, I will.
I'm gonna come back.
Okay. Well, everyone, I missed the last part of what she said, but basically, um, I think she was asking me that question. I don't know. Um, the prison that I was sent to, they classify you. They classify you to where you're gonna go. They try to most likely send you closer to where your visitations will be more convenient for your family to get to you. So I've never heard of, that's just me. I've only been once. I'm not a repeat prisoner to go back. I have no wishes to go back. But I'm just saying, um, it was a lesson learned. But at the same time, everybody, I had never heard of anything like them just sending you straight to prison, straight onto your prison. Um, Without classification. But that is Texas. Texas is totally different. We don't know how the system works. But again, I just wanted to, that was the thing that worried me about this situation was that um, he was sent so fast and not knowing what type of penitentiary he was sent to. So for people that don't know, there are majority prisons that have majority of white inmates versus the black inmates. And when you go to those type of prisons, like in Indiana, there's a prison called Branchville, and that prison is majority of white. So you got more Aryans down there, and it's not that many black people. So the black people become a target, or it's a small group of black people, so you might get more picked on by the Aryans because they holding the fort down. That's their penitentiary. They have more privileges. So, and we know that each state has, um, every state has more than one penitentiary. So if you don't know, there are prisons that are majority white, and there's prisons that are majority black. And when the Aryans go there, they already know what time it is, and they're outnumbered, and they more or less, they pretty much do. If the black people, if they're outnumbered, they will call a hit or actual okay. If the Aryan groups of inmates are outnumbered by a majority black penitentiary, they more like the peons. They're gonna do anything when the big guys come down and say, "Hey, yo, guys is over here doing this. If you don't take care of that, then we gonna take care of y'all." So they end up taking care of their own race in order not to get attacked by the black inmates, and that's how it goes. So let's just say Carmelo Anthony is in a majority white prison, and then he gets embraced by black people, but they are outnumbered by the Aryans. So the Aryans might go to the leader or the biggest guy in that penitentiary and say, "Hey, we want Carmelo Anthony. We want to put hands on him." Then either the black people gonna stand up and fight, depending on who is the leader or whatever it is. If they stick they 10 toes down, and they gonna say, "Okay, we gonna ride for this little brother, no matter who up in here go down and how much blood shed," or it might be some weak ones that say, "Hey, y'all can have them, long as y'all don't come down here and attack us because we outnumber. It's gonna be a lot of bloodshed," and that's what happens when you go to prison. For those that don't know,
Miss Liz has a question, bro. She
so
asked
yes,
why.
Carmelo Anthony could be in danger,
Can you hear me, bro?
and look what happened to Jeffrey Dahmer.
Dove, can you hear
He was
me?
wide open in a majority black prison penitentiary, and look what happened to him.
What in the world is
They caught
going
him at the
on?
right time, and they did him all type of ways. So, which could be the same thing that happens to Carmelo Anthony. And then if that happens, can you imagine the type of drama and the type of impact that's going to have on everybody in the free world? That's going to cause riots. That's going to cause marches and everything. So gang, that's what I just wanted to add that to people. And this was new. I'm glad that Pino was doing her research and found out that there was fentanyl in one of the sons. I think it was Austin's blood. So where did the fentanyl come from? So we just got to look at the certain things. It's going to be a lot of new things that come to the forefront when it comes to this verdict. And we just need to be mindful about it. Remember, again, this is not a black and white thing, but when you go to the penitentiary, it becomes black and white. It does. It becomes black and white. It becomes dank vice lords, GDs, Bloods, Crips, Aryans, Proud Boys, the Aryans, Dirty White Boys. That's certain names that they have when they go down in there. Saxton Knights. It's a group called Saxton Knights. Um, and yeah, it gets serious down there. It becomes black and white when you go to penitentiary. So let's just hope that I think that Carmelo Anthony is he's going to get released. He gets him a better lawyer, he's going to get released. And everybody just have to pray on that. Again, it's not black and white. It's a spiritual warfare right now. It's us against them. So all the people that troll and that people are subject to their own views, and we all understand that. But remember, we go gun ho for these government officials, these presidents, and to them, we're nothing. and they watch this turmoil that they cause in order to distract us and have us acting out of rage while they move this over here and move that over there. So it's all a distraction. So and watch, they create this type of controversy for the people to erupt and for them to hide money, hide dirt,
Bro, I need you to look at
whatever
your
the case
phone
may
because you
be.
can't hear
So
me.
we've
It ain't
seen
even
in the
me.
last couple of
Oh my
months
God, I'm about to
that
mute you.
we never would have knew our government was allegedly into human sex trafficking.
Oh,
This is
I,
major,
no, we
big.
don't
This
want
is
to do
big
that.
because if they lose this and this Epstein situation come out,
Oh
gang,
no, we're not doing that over here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bro, I love you, but I don't want to do that over here. I don't want to do that over here. I, I don't want to do that over here.
so I'm waiting on Peanut to come back. Peanut, are you there?
Peanut is here. Peanut been here.
Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me.
Miss Liz, can you hear me?
I
Somebody
can
put why
hear
would the
you.
dad give
He
I
the
can
can't
hear
hear.
dad give
you.
her on
He
dirt
can't, he
the
can't
trial?
hear me.
No, it's
I
already
mean, these
black and
type of
white.
cases
Absolutely, I
make you
agree.
go on a
Oh
tangent.
my
They
My
really
God,
do.
God.
Lord, please cover that baby. Absolutely, thank you, gang. But yeah, that's what it's all boiling down to. I'm waiting on sis to come back. Um, hey, Miss Liz, and yes, they did railroad him.
Miss Liz,
Um,
please see if
but
if he can hear
if
you.
we stand if we stand up like we're doing now, and this is also something that the people should realize. This is what we should have been doing for Jump. It was a lady on this channel, which is Peanut's channel, and she spoke some good words. She said, at some point, we have to come to a point to where we're going to have to stop spending money with this government. A day like we have June 13th, we need to get dedicated to a day where we say we do not go outside. We do not spend money with this government and let them know that we are a big part in what they have today. Not just
Let
melanated
me
people,
text him.
but the people. But the people. And when we start doing that type of stuff, then they'll start granting us some of our wishes. Terry too long. This is my sister channel. I just wanted to let people know that we are aware, and I just wanted to, let people know that I'm aware, so you guys could be aware that there are certain prisons that are, majority white inmates. So we don't know if he's going to be protected or anything can happen. So again, like the sister said in the comment section, let's pray for that young man.
We definitely have to pray for the young man because
Put a one in the chat
it's,
if you can hear me.
the fix is on. You
Hey,
know.
Miss Liz.
Hey, hope everybody's doing well. Doug, Peanut, it's some foolery and fuckery going on in the judicial system, guys. That's the only way I can put it. Um,
I think he finally read my text message.
um,
What the hell? God dang it, now
if
I
you
can't hear
go
you.
back
I'm about to end this
and look
live.
at some things, the prison they sent the prison they sent Carmelo Anthony to, Austin Metcalf's cousin is the warden. He's the warden to the prison they sent him to, and it's one of the most it's one of the worst prisons in Texas. Huntsville, Texas is where Dog the Bounty Hunter, he even talked about it on his show. So I don't get it. I'll never understand it. I think it's just they're targeting our children. That's what I believe. I believe they're targeting our children. how are you as a defense attorney not allow your client to speak? By not allowing him to speak, that's implying that he's guilty.
Well, Miss Liz, it not only I wonder if Carmelo even made that decision himself, or did he take the highly recommended advice and
But I
chose
mean,
not to. I don't
did,
know, but he
did you
definitely
watch
was
any of
rebel.
the interviews with the parents?
I definitely did. I did, and I cried with every last one of them.
It seems like the parents were just green and they had nobody. It was just like they were just listening to white people. It was like,
Um,
it was like, okay, if I don't understand something and I come to you, you know what, Peanut, I don't get this. And you know what, I need your help. And you tell me, you know what, Liz, if I were you, I would do this, 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 and this. Okay, I'll take what you tell me, I'll take it into consideration, but it's on me to make my own judgment.
hmm
But it seems like they were just taking these people's word.
It depends on it depends on who you ask. It depends on who you ask because some of the parent you have the parents stating that they were completely cut off at a certain point. Once the trial started, he wouldn't speak to them anymore. And then you have the family representative that stated that he was trying to boot him out of the picture. So it just depends on who you ask. Like he wouldn't communicate with them. And I had to tell this to a case that to a young lady that I spoke to a couple of days ago regarding a case that she asked me to look into. And she is looking into paying for an attorney. And I literally had to let her know you can pay for the attorney, but that attorney still don't got to talk to you. You're not his client. You just pay for the fee.
But let me ask you something. They didn't find it suspicious that Austin Metcalf's father had a gag order
All
against
of
him the
them,
whole time during this
all of
trial.
them, all of them had a gag order, but it was mostly put on him.
Right.
The reason why the gag order happened was because of him, but they all had gag orders. I mean, he specifically mentioned his problem with the gag order, and that's why he came out 38 hot with his young and restless rant.
Whole gag order. Coach never testified. Did the coach testify?
Both coaches testified.
Okay.
Both coaches testified from both sides.
Okay. Okay.
The young man that invited him to the tent testified. Carmelo Anthony girlfriend did not testify. And I don't
Okay.
even know, everybody keep mentioning his girlfriend being of Hispanic descent. I don't even know if that's the new girl. I think that's the new girlfriend because they kept referencing the ex-girlfriend. So that's a new girlfriend that everybody is circulating pictures of because she said she gonna stand behind her man. And he got this. You could have called her up as a character witness. Only person he called up was his mother. Was his mother.
It's the fifth track.
Yeah, he was. I would not be surprised if he doesn't face some accountability from how he conducted this trial with everything I know now,
Yeah,
to
he
be
should be
honest with you.
sanctioned. He should be sanctioned. Absolutely.
Yeah, he did a horrible job. And to know that you took that much money and you were paid to do certain actions that you did not do. Before it was like In my mind, it was going to be hard for him to win an appeal. But now that everyone's speaking out, um, he's going to win an appeal. And I wish Bro was still up here because he had a question in the comments, but he couldn't hear either one of us, and then he probably just got annoyed. Um, and he's probably in the chat now. But I
But those kids who gave their initial statements, they got on the stand and lied.
I
They're going to
feel
be charged.
I doubt it. I doubt they'll charge some kids.
Oh,
They
okay.
should. They should
Okay.
though. They sh-
Yeah.
they
Okay.
they they should. They should be charged. But I doubt that they will be charged with perjury.
You sure about that?
With it's Texas. I keep I keep saying this. It's Texas. But with this being so much in the spotlight, I don't know. I will hope that they would be charged with perjury. But not only that, I'm gonna take it a step further. I will hope that those that came up to initially attack and bully him, I hope they get charged as well. I mean, at this point, we handing out charges and 35-year sentences. Everybody should go to jail.
Absolutely.
That's my personal opinion. But do I think it will happen? No. I feel like the judge should be in jail. I feel like the prosecutor should be in jail. The defense attorney should be in jail. Them kids should be in jail. I feel like everybody should
Absolutely.
go to jail. But I've been doing good. I ain't been cussing that much today. EJ been keeping me in check.
Absolutely.
Do you have any final words? Because I'm not used to being live this long, Miss Liz.
Well, I didn't know you were live this long, but I'm just saying we just got to protect and watch our kids. You know what I'm saying? I worry about my nephews so much because they're in Mississippi, a southern state,
Hmm.
and I worry about them. And I just tell them, just try to obey the law the best you can. Don't ever get put in a position.
While you speaking on that, I just got one question from you because I've spoken to a couple of people, but not that many people in the South. Can you please break down how different city life is compared to country life and suburb life in the South?
Country life
Because
is very
everybody's
different.
everybody's blaming these parents. So I want a different
Mm-mm,
perspective on it.
mm-mm. Here's the thing. I keep hearing about blaming the parents for wanting more. The American dream is to get that job that you've always wanted, to get the house that you've always wanted, to want more. That's the American dream. We all want to be in a position. We don't want to live in the fucking hood. We don't want to we want to be successful. All of us in our own way want to be successful. So success comes with a price and it comes with a cost. So these people, the Anthonys, were oblivious. They thought, you know, I go to work, I do the right thing, I teach my kids the right thing, and we can bypass the bullshit. Never thinking or never teaching our kids how to react when bullshit approaches you, how to react. And then if you look at it, Peanut, I don't know if you saw this interview with Charleston White. Charleston White did an interview because
Oh, you know, I can't stand that man. I can't stand that man.
he's
But
been working with the family the whole time.
he been
And
playing
he's
both
been
sides.
preparing Carmelo.
He no, he Charleston White has been playing both sides the whole entire time.
Well, he's been preparing Carmelo because he put him in self defense classes. He paid for him to go to self defense classes. And the trainer for the self defense classes told Charleston he can't do it. He's not ready. Carmelo Anthony was a geek. He was a nerd. He had like a 4.0 GPA. So he just wasn't that type of kid. What I'm saying is, how do you prepare your kids who are nerds? I'm just gonna say it, who are nerds, who are not about that life, to take on bullies, who are not fighters. How do you prepare your kids for that?
You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to, but there really is no way to prepare them because being in a majority white area myself, I was taught to stand up for myself. Like, don't let anybody bully you. Remember,
Hmm.
all those things. You beautiful, you kind, you smart, all those things. And don't let anybody bully you. That's what I was taught moving into a majority white area,
Hmm.
coming from a majority black area. So now we have to tell our kids, okay, stand up for yourself, but don't do this. Don't pull out a weapon because this can happen. But at the same time, as well trained as they are, I could be on the opposite side and I'm burying my kid. Like I don't know what to do.
But what are we taught? What did your parents teach you? If you can't whoop them, you pick up something and you knock the shit out of them.
Yeah, my mama taught me that. God rest her soul. My
Right?
mama taught me that.
Right? You pick up something, you take something. Okay.
I'm
That's what we
teaching mine.
teach our kids, self defense.
I have not taught mine that though, Miss Liz. I have not. Thankfully, I've only had one kid that's been bullied. Thankfully. But folks know who my kids are, and that's probably why.
We teach our kids self defense. But then what kills we never know. Nobody, everybody has everything to say, but you never know what the hell you're gonna do if you put in that situation. If you scared and you frightened, you never know what the hell you gonna do.
That's true.
And it was not, I don't think he intentionally meant
He
to
did.
unalive this young man. He just
He.
wanted to get him off of it.
I've always said that he just wanted them off of him. Yeah.
And that's what his defense attorney should have stated. And he never stated it.
Yeah. He didn't do anything. He didn't do his job.
You got,
Not Miss Liz up here cussing. What y'all done did to Miss Liz today?
I'm just saying. I got nephews,
Y'all,
I got nieces. I'm just saying.
I got Miss Liz up here cussing. Miss Liz, you need some coffee?
I was just saying. I got nephews, I got nieces. I worry about them all the time. I tell them, hold on, what you got that dash cam on? You get pulled over, cut that damn dash cam on.
Let me see. There's a comment. All the witnesses were able to respond. Um, that did occur. That definitely did occur. Unfortunately, um, that did, and his defense attorney let him down with allowing that to occur.
Yeah, but if you
It
friends
was it
with
was
the
actually
DA,
it was actually more than three surrounding him. At the beginning, it was probably the video was posted on social media originally, and I should have freaking screen recorded, but I don't know why I didn't. The video was a video initially was posted on social media, and they
He gonna
scrubbed the
have
freaking
to
internet from
he
it.
gonna have to fight the appeal, and the appeal gonna have to it's gonna cost him between 100 and $200,000. But what's the
Is that how
rappers?
much? Is that how much an appeal costs for real?
Yes, ma'am.
See, I was thinking about 20.
No, ma'am.
God dang.
Where's the rappers? Charleston said, then let's talk about it. Charleston said he reached out to T.I., he reached out to Kanye West. They
Well,
so concerned.
they said Ti did donate.
They
They
so
said
concerned. But where they at?
yeah, they said Ti donated, and Charleston
DL
White.
Hughley is complaining about it and on every interview and podcast, but he ain't donated.
I don't think he's donated yet because they did a list of celebrities that has donated, and then they did the list of celebrities that said that they would donate. But Charleston White, since you a fan of his, a fan of his, and I don't like that Joker. I don't. I
He
can't stand.
donated 75,000.
I can't stand Charleston White. But Charleston White also said that the family is good. They got the money for it. But
Well,
then
they originally did a
he said that
GoFundMe for $700,000. They had the money, but
they never
they
pulled all
froze
the
it.
they never pulled all the money from it either.
Yeah,
No,
they froze it.
well, the GoFundMe was shut down. They did the Go
Yeah,
Send Go or something like that,
yeah.
and they were pulling from that to for attorney fees and for life expenses and things like that. And then they shut it down after the conviction came through. So all that money that they had left in there
Hmm.
was sent back to everyone that donated.
Hmm.
And then they opened up another account yesterday and they collected, I think, 6 or 7 thousand. And then that company shut down their account and that money was sent back. And then you have Charleston White that's coming and saying now that the family is good. They don't need any money, but then they just created an account that was requesting $1 million. That's why I don't rock with Charleston White. He a flip flopper. He get on my nerves.
Well, they need 1 million, but in order to file the actual appeal, they need between 100 and 200,000 to actually file the appeal. Where the rappers at? And actors and athletes. Boosie said he contributed 500,000, but where's it at?
Hmm.
Where's it at?
I guess we gonna find out. But they need all of that money just for him to still sit there for 2 years before it's heard.
They automatically filed the appeal, but they had to move him from Huntsville, Texas immediately. Because if he had a broke a finger in Huntsville, Texas, the family could have sued.
Hold on. Bro said that your little friend over there is selling doggone freaking mellow melon shirts.
Who? Charleston White.
Yeah.
He could be. I mean, he reached out to every celebrity and they would not return his call. He said, I'll send him that interview. I'll send you that interview too. I'll tag you.
I'm I can't stand your friend. I cannot stand your friend. Like
Well,
like
respect
I
him
really
because he took care of them when nobody else would.
what you mean? The world was taking care of this family. They was donating.
They didn't have access to that money. They did not have access to that money.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. What else is tea, Miss Liz?
I'm just saying they didn't have access to that money. But where are the athletes and the actors and the rappers, the drill music, all that? Where are they at? Where are the Texas rappers at? Why aren't they donating? The little flips and where are they at?
The little Kodak, the Kodak Black, ain't that his name?
Yeah, where are they at? 10,000, 10,000. Have a $10,000 party.
Miss Liz, you done made me mad. So I'm about to end this before I start cussing because I've been doing real good today. I've been doing real good today.
I
Y'all
just
should be
ask,
proud of
I just
me.
ask questions. I just ask questions. Tyler Perry, where you at? Why haven't you paid for it? You pay for everything else.
Now we know Tyler ain't coming. And now if he would have had some sweetness in him, he probably would have came. But we know Tyler ain't coming. So any final words for you that you want to give the viewers?
We just gotta watch over our kids, educate our kids. I mean, it's like it's like a double-edged sword. I mean, I don't you don't even know how to feel. We want the best for our kids. And now wanting the best for your kids is now wrong. So if you want to send them to a good school, that's wrong. If you want to live in a good neighborhood, that's wrong. So what are we supposed to do? Stay stagnant? Stay stuck?
I-
It's
Yeah, I think that's what they want.
and I blame 40% on this administration, and then it's just it's just racism. It's just racism. That's it.
All right. I don't want to end this on a sad note, so I'm gonna cuss.
Mm-mm. Cuss, girl, cuss.
I am going to cuss. So you heard from Miss Liz. Thank you so much for coming up. Uh, with that being said, Miss Liz, can you mute because I have an echo?
Okay.
If you don't mind. Thank you so much. Um, with that being said, you guys see the thumbnail, the racial tension. It is very loud, it is very clear, and it is felt. And I'm honestly happy that my children are not in school right now because the conversations that I'm having with them, they're able to process those conversations and continue on with their day versus having to go to a schoolhouse the next day. This case did not become about race until the deceased father made it about race. It shouldn't even be about race. But again, as I stated earlier, and replay games, shout out to you if you stay here for the whole 2 hours. It shouldn't be about race, but again, as a Black woman and as a Black mother, I always pray that when a crime like this happened, that they are not Black. Because when it gets looked at, it's not looked in the same magnitude as if it was someone else. You literally had the father bring up 9/11 and the mayor of New York being Muslim. But he's saying this case wasn't about race. He don't feel some type of way that his son was not unalived by a black man. But he mentioned 9/11 and a Muslim being doggone freaking being a mayor. A lot of these things that these folks say, they mean what they say. And a lot of times they talk in code. Like I told y'all earlier, when you start seeing certain folks in your chat, pay attention because they streaming your shit. They gonna come in your chat and they gonna cut up and then they gonna say you chimping out. And when thank you, Miss Liz, for joining. And then not only are they doing that, they're gonna be researching you and they're gonna want their lick back for getting fired from their jobs when they was acting a plumb fool during doggone freaking George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, and all these other folks. Everything today moving forward, when they reelected that doggone freaking imbecile in the White House, is their lick back. This whole entire case of this young man was political and racially driven. Yeah, I said it. Nobody that I have spoken to regarding this case has ever said that young man deserved to lose his life. Nobody. You got other folks out there that's doing what they doing to get their lick back and to make you upset. You got bots doing things. Some of these people ain't even really humans, they just bots. But whatever the case may be, nobody that I've personally had a conversation with is justifying that young man no longer being here. What is being said are life lessons that you are taught. You can't put your hands on everybody. We're told that. I literally had my kid tell me today, Mama, you're doing too much. You don't know what them people got in that car. When I'm driving down a car and I'm in a road rage situation, my kid would be telling me that if I didn't install that in her. So, no, stop saying that we just sending our children out here to do anything like that. We don't know why he had the knife he had on him. Don't know. It was not ever presented. For all we know, he could have went fishing the day before and forgot. Because I'm telling you right now, I have my weapon in the car and I'd be like, God dang it, I'm about to go to Fort Bragg. I got to turn around and go back to the house because I can't carry my weapon on post. For the new people in the back, I'm a veteran. Purple hearts in the chat. I'm gonna read these. I'm gonna try to see if I can read some comments real quick, but I'm starting to get too emotional. And I'm about to say fuck that daddy again. Cause that motherfucker ain't grieving. That is straight fucking hatred coming out his rabbit ass motherfucking mouth in his mind. The motherfucker, I don't give a fuck if your ass survived cancer, bitch. You still got that shit in you because you a deadly ass motherfucker and you dangerous. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out because y'all might call my job tomorrow. And if you call them, tell them I said hey, and tell Sheriff Wayne Coates I said hey too. Hey, Booski. Good night. Peace, love, and joy to you and yours, and to all a happily beloved good night.
Peanut in the building, better say her name. Stepping in the light, she ain't playing no games. Heart so real and her soul so pure. If you want the truth, she the one you call for. Peanut walking home, get brighter. Energy loud, but her spirit even higher. She don't fake vibes, she don't chase no crowd. Standing 10 toes, she was gonna be proud. People try to test her, but she don't fold. Pressure make diamonds, she already gold. She don't need permission just to be herself. She the type to lift you up when you doubt yourself. Ain't no stopping me. Peanut on the rise, truth in her voice and the fire in her eyes. Real from the start, that's the way she grew. If you're looking for a lot, she ain't the one for you. Ain't no stopping me. Watch her break through, standing in her purpose like she always knew. If you're looking for a friend who won't speak the truth, Peanut isn't her, she's built for the truth. She don't run from the truth, she don't duck no smoke. I'm a friend, I'll always tell you the truth. Try to dig up dirt, she already spoke. She the queen of transparency, that's not a cloak. She don't do drama, she don't do pretend. She'll tell you what's real, even if it don't blend. Loyal to the core and her heart don't bend. If she rock what you want, she'll rock to the end. Ain't no stopping me. Peanut on the rise, truth in her voice and the fire in her eyes. Real from the start, that's the way she grew. If you're looking for a lot, she ain't the one for you. Ain't no stopping me. Watch her break through, standing in her purpose like she always knew. If you're looking for a friend who won't speak the truth, Peanut isn't her, she's built for the truth. Stand tall, speak truth, that's the Peanut way. Shining every moment, every night, every day. If you want real love, she gon' pour it in you. But if you want fake, she ain't that woman, never been her.